record.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 25 of Buckets of Duckets. I am your host in Seattle, Chase Myers. Over there is my co-host in Louisiana, the one, Josh Watts.
Boom! What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 25. There's 13 more than episode 12, but 12 less than episode 47. God damn it! But 12 less than episode 47. There we go. 37. God damn it!
Did you panic? I don't know. It's 2 weeks in a row. You just freak out. It doesn't have to be fast.
Insurmountable.
It doesn't have to be fast.
No.
It doesn't have. You don't need more than one example. You can just you keep pushing past the win. You got it immediately. And you
I set a bar so high with my math jokes at the opening of this show that the pressure, I just crumble. I've turned to drugs.
I've seen it, man.
I've started shaking my children just for no reason.
I used to look up to you.
I just walk out there. They're outside. I just walk outside and I grab one of them and I shake them real hard and then set them down and say, 12 plus 25 is 47. And then I set them down and go back inside.
And then you go, oh shit, it's 37. Fuck.
And then I go outside and I shake the other one and say, why did you correct me?
Yeah, man, I used to look up to you, but you know, you've really lost it over this 25 episodes.
Another hero lost to math.
That happens every time.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is episode 25. That's 13 more than episode 12. We're fucking killing it over here. We're happy to see you. You should like and subscribe down there in the bottom. Follow all of us on Twitter. All of us on Twitter.
The whole gang.
Instagram and Facebook and Grindr and Bebo and farmersonly.com.
At Chase_Myers for all of those.
For every single one of them. Mine is...
Dude, you got to stay branded, bro. The underscore is my thing.
It makes me laugh so hard to think that I'm going out with a guy. His name is Chase_Myers. Tonight, I met him on Tinder.
Dude, they know who it is. They know it's the one.
They're like, that's the same Chase underscore. Yeah, you can't just... There's not two Chase underscores. What are you talking?
Jesus,
fucking idiot.
There is a at Chase Myers who is this dude that's been just trying to ruin my life for years. He grows up. He grew up in Gonzales, Louisiana. He grew up there. That's where he growed in Gonzales, Louisiana, and which is only like 20 minutes away from where I growed up in Denham Springs, Louisiana. And he's a year
20 minutes on the bad side of the tracks from Denham.
Yeah, you don't want to be on that side of the tracks, especially. So this Chase Myers is a year younger than me, and he's like some kind of scientist and deals with like biology and stuff like that. Like, I don't know. Yeah. And he's got some stupid website, chasemyers.com. Stupid. It's not even, it's chase_myers.com. That's a real website. And he and he just like posts like, look at this piece of fungus that I found on this mushroom. And then I go, oh wow, that's why you opened up this fucking site so people can see your fungus. And I've just never forgave him. Really what happened is there used to be, when I was in high school, there was a bunch of pictures of me playing baseball when you Googled my name. And then the year after he won like the greatest student of all time in Louisiana or something like that. And like, this dude's going to cure cancer one day. And they just fucking pushed me back to an underscore, took my name from me. But you know what? I'm making it work.
There was a guy I went to high school with, and his name was like the exact same name as mine, and his social was off by like a number or two.
How'd you get a social?
But his nickname, well, here's how I know. I went to get my driver's license, and they were like, you've got 7 points on your license and a DUI. Like, we can't give you a new license. I'm like, well, I'm 16, so that doesn't seem...
I doubt that's true. I seriously doubt
that doesn't seem likely, because I'm here to get my learner's permit, so I doubt that. And they're like, no, you're Joshua Aaron Watts. I was like, yeah, that's me. And like, born in, they said the birthday. I was like, that's not me. And then they said the social. I was like, is that me?
Almost me?
Huh.
Wait,
but his
say it to yourself real quick.
His nickname was Pig Watts. And so I get, when Facebook first started up, or when I first joined, I get a lot of DMs. Hey, Pig, you stupid fuck. What's up, buddy? And I'm like, I don't know
Slop, you
you,
crazy.
and any chance we had of being friends was killed immediately with you.
Slop, you always been wild. Oh, sloppy, dirty ass pig, man.
It's funny you brought that up though about the Chase Myers website because I went to Instagram and did you know there is a Buckets of Duckets Instagram that's not us?
Yeah, it's like paintings or some shit, or like
It's Neil. It's
it's
Neil Harmon Photography. It's
yeah,
some.
it's photography. That's what it
It's
is.
just some dickhole taking pictures of dumb shit and posting it on there like anybody. Oh look, here's a stack of cards in the sunlight. So fucking what? Oh look, here's a dog bathing in the sun next to a blue chair to represent freedom. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Give
So
us
what?
the name, Neil.
So what?
So
So what?
fucking what?
Like I ain't seen that. I've seen
This
that
dude
before.
has like the sweetest, most innocent Instagram page, and I'm totally on board.
Well, he
fuck
shouldn't have.
you, Neil.
He shouldn't have fucked with us. All right, Neil. If you want to be peaceful about this, man, we'll give you the opportunity. But we come in hot to all debates,
dude, or that's it.
to all negotiations. We come in hot. All right, we want our name. I'm gonna start burning pictures till I get my goddamn name. You hear me, Neil?
Start destroying art. Every piece of art I find, I'm burning it until you give me the Instagram name.
There'll be no more art, Neil. Art will be done in this earth.
I tell you, one of the first pieces of art I would destroy.
Hmm.
I've been trying to watch some classic cinema to educate myself
Okay.
on what's good, I guess. And I watched Deliverance.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Deliverance?
No, but I know it's one that makes you culturally good, right?
Nah, dude.
Nah.
No, I am.
You're not a more well-rounded person that you saw that?
Dude, I'm for sure a worse person after I watched it than I was before I watched it.
Yeah.
Man.
Whew. So you're gonna destroy every copy of it? So
forever. I'm on a mission now. Like I'm like the Tipper Gore of the new year of this year. Do you know who Tipper Gore is? She started Tipper Gore is the reason. Al Gore's wife. She's the reason that there's the parental guidance stickers on.
Yeah,
TVs.
I do know that because Two Live Crew,
stupid bitch,
called her old stupid bitch.
Oh yeah. So I watched it thinking, I know it's supposed to be a great. First of all, it's just boring for like an hour and a half, and then some dude gets fucked in the swamp, and then they murder some people, and it was not. I didn't like it at all.
You know what? You know what the worst piece of art I ever saw? I was in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I did a comedy festival because I used to be a comedian, and yeah, there's this historic. Yeah. I was a part of Gilda's Laugh Fest, which I was really excited to do. It's because it's named after Gilda Radner and it supports.
That was one of your first big festivals, wasn't it?
Yeah, for sure.
That was your first big. I remember picking you up at the airport.
Possibly, that seems right. I'll give you that credit. You did it.
Yeah, I picked him.
It was you. You're one of the greatest friends of all time.
Fucking right.
But I went to some like museum while I was there. You know, just trying to be cultural myself. Just take in some art, and I saw like it was like a pole with like a VHS string attached, like a VHS with a string attached to it, and the VHS was Blade Runner. And I was just in this museum. And I just grabbed it and started swinging it over my head. It's fuck all this. I was like,
this isn't art.
This is
I
not
don't
art.
Understand. We went when my family went to New York on vacation in 2007. Basically, my whole family took a trip to New York when my wife divorced me.
Yeah, you talked about that. Yeah, that was their little get your mind off of things. They were
like, hey, let's go make your brain better and take a trip to New York, and you have to pay for it.
Get you a bunch of candy.
Dude, the M&M store in Times Square was. I don't even want to.
Cannot recommend it enough.
Cannot recommend it enough. If you go to Times Square, I would recommend the Toys R Us. There's an American Eagle. There's an Apple and an M&M store. One of a kind. You need to go. That's New York.
That's the real experience of New York. Yeah. I've never got to perform comedy in New York, and I'm sad that comedy ended before that got to happen. I really thought I would have done that.
I performed comedy in New York in 2007 there because we went to see the Rockettes Christmas show, and I was running my mouth the whole show, and like the group of people around me thought I was the funniest person in the world and just egging me on. So I was just talking all kinds of shit during the show, just making funny quips about the girl's shoes and like that guy, what's he thinking? Just being hilarious. And then I'm like, dude, I'm the funniest human being alive. This is
Easily, you proved
like
it.
these beautiful New York women are all laughing. This is great.
If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Dude, and when I thought for sure I was gonna get my dick sucked, like right in the middle of the show, I was positive that they were gonna fight over who was.
Honestly, it was a plot twist. That was a plot twist that you didn't. I just assumed for sure. Once you became the king of New York like that.
Oh, dude, I laughed. I was being so funny and just charming, and I was killing it, and they were laughing so hard. I was like, I'm a fucking genius. I should do comedy. I'm as funny as Dane Cook that I hear on Sirius. And then
high praise.
When the lights came on, I realized that they all had giant jugs of like tequila. What is it? I don't know. They were all fucking shit faced with these giant bottles, and they were laughing. When the lights came on, I realized they were laughing at literally everything. Like a dude went to stand up and sneeze because he was trying to stand up too hard, and they were like, "Ah!" And I was like, "Oh, all right. I guess I'm not that funny."
Yeah, I like that you considered it a performance, though. You still count that?
I count it. I put it on my.
You did comedy that night.
In the States, you've done comedy. I'm like, I've done comedy here, and New York, in fucking.
If I got to laugh in any way in your state,
counts,
I did
dude.
comedy there. That does count.
100%. I did it in the, what is it too? The Rocket Center. Like it was 30
That's a
Rock.
good venue. That's a good venue to get a laugh in, man.
Yeah, man. It was before my first open mic. I fucking nailed it. I had done one open mic in North Carolina. Like I had done comedy early then, and then I stopped for 5 years, and then 30 Rock was my first show back.
It's because you're a star. You're a superstar. Don't have to pay your dues.
Dude, no joke though. I remember thinking, because whatever my wife filed for divorce, it was because she had found some other dude who was a doughy, four-eyed little nerdy fuck. And the other guy that she banged when I was in Afghanistan was a doughy little nerdy fuck with a mullet and missing teeth. And so I was just down on myself and like, you know what? Maybe I'm too muscular for a wife. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe I'm too handsome for my wife. And so I was all down on myself. And then this girl laughing at me, like a New York girl, was laughing so hard.
And she's better than most girls because she's from New York.
Oh, dude, they don't let just any of this West Bank water trash down here up there in New York, buddy. No, sir. And I was like, this lady's laughing. All of her beautiful friends are laughing. Like, maybe I have value as a human again. Like, maybe I am worth it. Maybe I'm okay. I shouldn't give up on Josh. And then the lights.
Josh is okay with me,
They were all shit faced, and one of the ladies is pissing in her jug, and I was like, you know what? maybe I should just give up on Josh.
It's time to get doughy. You know what I'm saying?
So one of the main reasons we took that trip was we were all going to take a picture in Macy's with Santa, right? We were all going to take a picture with Santa, like a family photo with Santa.
And once again, the rules of Santa is in New York. It's better. It's the same thing as with women.
It's the same place they did the Miracle on 34th Street, like the Macy's, the Macy's Santa. Like it's a big.
Yeah, it's a better Santa. You're saying what I'm saying. Yeah,
yeah. And so like we were all super excited about it, and the line was forever, but we had an appointment. So Jody, my older brother, and I go outside to smoke a cigarette, and then we sneak outside because we don't want our parents to know. We're 20, 30, and 40 years old. We don't want my mom
dude, you can't let them know then. Jesus Christ. You will kill your mother. You would kill your mother?
Smell it when we walk in. Like, for some reason, I always thought when I was a kid, as soon as I put the cigarette out, the smell is just gone forever. Like, there's no aroma on me. I thought the same thing with weed when we walk into open mics and shows. I don't smell.
There's one in particular. I'm so glad you alluded to it. We hotboxed 2 blunts in the car before an open mic one time. Windows up, the whole thing. And walked in and watched an entire room turn and look at us and start coughing and going, Jesus Christ, you fucking smell that? You fucking smell it? And I remember even like telling you while we were in the car, like, dude, we're gonna smell really bad. You're like, I don't give a fuck, dude. People aren't gonna tell. They ain't gonna fucking notice. Like, who the fuck's paying attention to us? Like,
the whole fucking bar noticed.
The whole fucking place. The whole fucking place.
That sounds like he's saying that for the podcast, but literally everybody in that bar turned around and
like, I think whoever was on stage was like, Jesus Christ, somebody started smoking weed in the audience. Like, yeah.
I just assumed you couldn't smell it. So we go downstairs. We're smoking a cigarette, and then we're coming in for the appointment. And my parents and my brother got a chance to take the picture earlier, so they just fucking took it. My mom and
You gotta take that
dad took it, my
opportunity.
little brother, and just fuck us. The other two, we don't exist. The first two where they fucked up, we don't count. The little redhead one where they got it right, the doctor, take a picture of him with Santa.
But you understand that, right?
13 years later, I'm still mad about it. I started off talking jokingly about Macy's, and now I'm pissed off. I was so mad whenever that happened, and it took a good month before I was like, I'm mad that I didn't take a picture with my family with Santa, and I'm almost 30 years old. That's what I was mad about.
I mean, you flew all the way out there. That's kind of the point of the trip. I'd be upset about that. But
It
also,
wasn't the
like
whole point of the trip, but it was
on their half though, you can't tell Santa to wait. Like that's you got
Well,
if
no.
Santa's ready, you
they
got
had-
to take that opportunity.
If they had waited for their appointment and we had not been there, then yes, you should take the picture without us. But what they did was take an earlier slot without telling us outside still thinking that we come in for say 3:15 slot, and they took the 3. So when we're 15 minutes late, they blame us for being 50. The slot was 3:00. Mom!
You shouldn't have said you were smoking cigarettes. She's gonna have that on you now.
Yep, fuck. Because my mom does listen to every episode of this podcast. She really
Does she
loves my
really?
humor.
I didn't know that. Oh,
My brothers do. My brothers actually listen to this, which is weird because they people quote stuff I say on here to me, and I don't ever know that I don't ever remember it. So I don't know what they're saying to me. And some of the stuff I say on here sounds insane. So when people quote it back to me, I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
what is wrong with you? Who would ever say such a fucking thing?
Mike Honoré. Mike Honoré, one of the best comedians in all of the world. A Splendid Afternoon is his album. You should download it.
Get it.
Mike sent a message that said, I'd rather be a villain than a pussy. And he's like, that's the best line of the whole podcast. And I was like, who said it? Because I don't even remember.
It's you, good
Last
sir.
week and this week, I went to a Mexican restaurant out here before we started recording. And I
Mhm.
found out that they just put margaritas in cups and let you leave with them. Like you can just take a margarita
That can
and go
happen.
home.
That can happen.
So
You can
I've been
enjoy
drinking
it.
margaritas.
You can enjoy it while you do a podcast, man.
Who knew?
Yeah.
Who fucking knew?
2 weeks in a row, sir. Last week I had to I don't know what was going on, man. I think so I've been sick lately. And I think I was starting to get sick last week because I looked at last week's episode and I've never looked more rough. Dude,
Is that why
there is dude,
I asked Jason, I said, I can make some clips to share. And he
absolutely
was like,
not.
nah, dude, don't. And then when
Absolutely not.
when I watched this show, we both look like we're almost dead.
Dude, what the fuck happened last week, bro? We were looking rough. Like it's like so I have to watch the whole thing to edit. So I'm just looking at I could be mean to myself. I'm like, look at you, ugly ass. Look at you. Just, I hope this joke's funny because you got a lot to overcome, motherfucker. Look at these bags under your eyes. Jesus Christ. You'd be lucky if your own mom watches this. What's going on?
I turned it on my TV in the living room, the big
Just
HD
shut
TV.
off.
It was like, nah, dude, turned it right off.
Shut
I
off.
watched it on my phone in the dark.
Switched it to Joe Rogan just immediately. Yeah, man. I don't know. I think it was just a combination of I was about to get sick. I've been sick all like for the last couple of days. It's so hard to get a sickness and not immediately think, oh, is this the plague? Is this?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I woke up with a sore throat 3 days ago, and I just thought I was like, well, I better start telling people goodbye now. I better start. I need to reach out to my middle school teacher and let her know that she really
meant a lot to me.
She really meant a lot to me, and that time she stood up for me whenever I stole that stuff. I'll never forget that.
I appreciate
it. And and so I was making all those plans, and I don't know, bro. I'm doing better now, but I thought for sure I was a goner. I thought for sure I was done. I had this weird thing.
I just assume I'm gonna die now with everything going on. 2 sneezes, I'm like, well, this is it. It's to update my will.
Yeah, dude, it's so I've been like it's been 9 months of the pandemic. I gotta date somehow, you know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to just and so dude, it's so weird like dating now. Like I've been talking to this girl and I was supposed to go we were supposed to hang out a couple nights ago, and that was when I started feeling bad, and I like literally had to be like, okay, dude, you cannot just go hang out with this girl if you have the plague. Like you have to, you have to say no. Like what the fuck? Like that was the worst.
Did you tell her you? Did you
No,
tell her you're sick, or were you like, nah, I got to work late?
yeah, I let her come up with any little excuse, and then I was like, oh well, yeah, if you can't do it, then that's completely on you. That's 100% you, and not me at all. That is 100% your fault. I'm okay
Well
with it.
done.
And yeah, just let her take it. But I had that moment where I had to. We were laughing about it before the episode, where I had to decide, like, am I the dude that gets bit by the zombie and doesn't tell anybody? Like, is that the risk
Like
that I'm
all of
about
a
to
sudden
take?
in Georgia in the summer, you got on a sweatshirt. It's like, why can't we see your arms anymore, Chase? And you're
Dude,
shivering. Don't worry about it.
I was so this girl's so fucking pretty, dude. I was so close to being like, I mean, it's just a sore throat. I don't have to talk that much. Maybe she won't notice. You know what I'm saying? Like, just let me. I just want to sit next to a pretty person. Can I do that? I can't harm it. It's not like I'm going to turn into a zombie during the date. I mean, come on. I can
for
definitely
sure,
time
if you've
it.
ever seen a horror movie, you go to the bathroom to pee, or she goes to the bathroom to pee and comes out, and you're not on the couch anymore. She's like, "Where are you?" And then you drop down from the ceiling and try to eat her face, bro. I've seen it. You can't do that to that woman, man. That's not
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, dating's so weird because it's just like I get on the apps a lot too, and every time you match with somebody, it's like, okay, are you hot enough to maybe die? Could I, like, are you pretty enough for me to risk it all? That's what you're both doing? It's both sides. They're looking at me the same way. Like, is this dude handsome enough?
It makes me feel really old to think about, because dude, that shit terrifies me. To think about the apps and trying to date again, because
That was the worst, bro.
I don't even like my wife. You know, like
I guess,
I'm gonna
man.
like some new person. Ugh. I want some new titties in my life.
You upset about that, man?
Nah, dude, I don't want new titties. I like the same breakfast, the same workout, the same TV shows, same titties. Don't change up nothing on me.
Amen.
I'll notice immediately. You switch to skim milk or switch to some new titties, Josh is gonna notice immediately. Right out of the gate, I'm like, these ain't the same titties.
Just a simple man. Just a simple kind of man, you know?
Jesus Christ. So this lady is running for HOA in our neighborhood.
Man, just political season right now. Just election season.
Dude, I'm getting out.
Everything's hot.
First off,
who's going to be the new HOA? What is it, president? They're the new president?
No, not even the president, just a fucking member. Just a member. This lady is going door to door trying to get people to vote for her to be a fucking member of the HOA.
What does that even mean?
Not just some fucking asshole who sits in front of on the other side of the picnic table and tells people they can't have swing sets in their yard. That's what she wants. Fuck you, lady. You dumb fuck. Anyway, I was going to be coy and funny about the whole story and then get angry later. And then you got me going right out the gate. I don't know if people on this podcast know how I feel about homeowners associations.
Just love them.
But they're a goddamn joke, and they're one of the biggest tragedies in this nation.
And no one is talking about it.
That nobody's talking about, but Josh Watts is not afraid to talk about bringing down the HOAs. If you let me start rambling, dude, if you start letting me talk about HOAs, I'm going to sound like Alex Jones. I'm just going to be screaming. I'll cry for 1 minute because I'm so angry. I'm just crying about them.
Dude, the frogs are making us gay.
For sure. In our neighborhood, if you have a box turtle in your neighborhood and an unauthorized swing set, it's because you're gay. That's what they say.
It makes you that way.
So this lady's running, and in my group, every day, there's like 6 posts in my neighborhood Facebook group that's like, to the white Honda Accord. I know you must not have seen me at the stop sign. And like, it's all, just constantly. And then in the comments, it's always the dude who's like, if my kid was out there, I'm going to jail that day because I'm gonna kill somebody for trying to not stop at a stop sign. You sons of bitches.
Dude, I just love that the proper way to handle these things is always death. Like it's always
every time. Dude.
It's always you die, dude. Like that's the way
every time
work.
I'm going to jail. If you almost run my kid over and take my kid away from me, I'll murder you and go to jail and take myself away from my kid.
Dude,
either way, this kid's growing up without a father.
If you park in my yard, dude, you're not even gonna get to your car to move it, okay? Because you're dead.
Nope.
You're dead immediately.
I'm gonna car bomb you for sure. Like without a doubt. You're like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to park in front of your house. Let me go move it. As soon as you turn the key, your car explodes. You dead.
Beep, beep.
You dead. And when you turn it, I've also rigged it to blow your house up. So you and your whole family, your dog, your cat, you probably got a ferret. People that park in front of houses are the kind of motherfuckers that got ferrets. So boom, all y'all could go meet up in the Petco in the sky. So this lady's going. Every comment in Facebook is always like I said, it's always to the white Honda Accord, and they want to get speed bumps put in the neighborhood. Fuck that. But you can't put speed bumps in the neighborhood anymore because they're dangerous. So somebody just
Are they?
posted like, yeah, the city won't put them in anymore.
What? Like, what's the danger?
They mess up cars because people don't
Okay.
slow down to go over them, and if you go to court and a speed bump fucked your car up, I guess you win. I don't know. So the city won't put them in. So the neighborhood was like, we'll put them in ourselves. And the city was like, well, then you're in charge of the roads. And like, there's no way we can afford to upkeep the roads in the neighborhood. So then somebody posted that you could just go on Amazon and buy fake speed bumps and put them in front of your house. Like, there's no way that's legal. But I'll tell you right now, if I drive through this neighborhood and somebody put a speed bump they bought on Amazon in the road, I'm going to pick it up, put it in my car, and take it because it's mine now.
Yeah, you found it in the road. Somebody
It was
left
in the
this in
middle
the
of the road.
road.
I thought it was trash. I'm taking it with me. But under every post, she's like, we need someone in this neighborhood to lead without fear.
Without fear.
Like,
right now, who's the members are leading with an iron fist?
I'm trying, dude. Somebody would be like, "Hey, the white lady, the lady in the white Honda that ran the stop sign. My kids are playing in the yard. You dumb bitch. Why don't you slow down next time? We need to do something about speeding." And then everybody's like, "Yeah, nobody ever stops." And then she's like, "That's because we need somebody to lead without fear and under every post." And it's just, lady, it's a fucking HOA. Calm down. You can send me a letter if my grass is too long, but fuck off. Like it's, but
just trying to make a difference, man. It starts local, you know.
You could tell she's cutting and pasting and they just anyway. So she's already an enemy. Like I've marked her in my book of enemies that I attack on sight for sure. And then she's going door to door and leaving like papers on people's doors to campaign. And there's two things that will make me want to fight you immediately involving my house. If you come to my house unannounced, or if you leave like a piece of paper or a business card wedged in my door, or your grass cutting card in a little bag with a rock and you throw it in my yard, I'll track you down and I'll leave it back in your car. You fuck. I hate that shit.
Man, somebody put a picture of Jesus on my door the other day, and it's like, man, now you're making me throw away a picture of Jesus. Like, why would you do that? Like, why would you do that to me? Now I got to keep this picture of Jesus for whatever is a respectable amount of time to have a postcard of Jesus.
3 days.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's normally his number, right? I thought it was either 3 or 7.
That's
I wasn't
his number.
sure. Yeah, that's when he usually does stuff, right? It's after 3 days. And
it's 3 days.
Yeah.
Unless it's the Sabbath, then you don't count that, I think.
Right. Okay.
You got it. So this lady comes. She walks up my driveway.
I put it in my wallet just to be safe. I just carry.
Good.
Okay, good.
Jesus loves you to sit on his face. That's in the Bible.
Oh,
yeah, he's a big fan.
Dude, I've been wearing Jesus out, bro. I've been throwing these cheeks on Jesus's lips.
The wet ass Palestinian. So she comes to my door, and the way my house is set up, I've talked several times. Whoever designed my house had me in mind specifically when they built the window that faces the door from the dining room, that I can see whoever's knocking on my door, but they can't see back in. Mm-hmm. I'm sure of it. They can't. It's a one-way window. It has to be.
It's good for interrogations.
She starts. Me and the kids are playing in the dining room. All the windows, the blinds are wide open. So there's like 4 windows right there. When you walk up to the house, you cannot not see us all in the dining room. This lady comes up to stick a thing in my door. So I open the door and I step out, close the door behind me so the dogs don't run out. And I say, "Can I help you?" But I don't think I said it as nice as I meant to say it. Probably. She introduces herself. Says her name is some dumb shit. And then starts throwing me her campaign about how she's running for the HOA. She said, "You might not have seen, but I'm trying to be elected." But
I've seen.
she has a mask on and she's a good distance away. But I'm still like instantly, I'm like, fuck. Why did I come outside? Fuck. Fuck. And then like, oh, I could just turn around and go back inside. Like it doesn't. But then while I'm trying to think
Can't
of
do
how to get
anything
out
to
of
you.
this, she asked me, "Would you mind putting a shirt on?" Because the sight of my masculine mohawked meat castle was making her too wet to
It's
talk about her
intimidating.
HOA business or whatever.
It's intimidating.
But she asked me, "Could you go
They
inside
tell
and
you
put
to
a shirt
picture them
on?"
in their underwear, but they don't expect them to be as fucking muscular as you. Like, that's a whole different thing. You
She
expect them
asked
to be
me,
embarrassed, but here you are
right?
just fucking showing it to the whole
I'm bouncing my
neighborhood.
titties, dude. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude. No embarrassment here, man. No shame in my game, bro.
Just ripped a
And
phone book in front of that lady.
she says, "Can you go inside and put a shirt on?" And I went, "Oh yeah, yeah. I'm sorry, yeah." And I even did the, "Oh yeah."
Covered your nips, right?
And I went inside and I closed the door and I never came back. She knocked and I was in the dining room. So she could see me where she was playing with the kids right there. I still never put a shirt on. I made a point of that. And then she
Goddamn
knocked on the
right.
door again. Like maybe he just forgot. Maybe he forgot I was out here and she knocked on the door. And I looked up out the one way mirror. So I know she didn't see me look at her. And then she just stood there for a while. And eventually she left. And Zoe,
Finally got
my
the
daughter,
message.
my daughter very loudly said, "That is a lady on the porch looking in the window at us."
It's a weird, bad lady.
And I said, I know, baby. Devils are real. And I looked right out the window in her eyes and I said, "Devils are real." And then I said, "Let's go pray." And I dropped the blinds in her face. But then I told Michelle about it. I tell my wife everything in case, like, I don't know, in case somebody wants to start some shit with me. That lady come back, Michelle got to go outside and fight her for me, you know? So I
I
got to
do
tell
know.
Michelle, like, all right, so listen, this lady came to the house and she said our
I have to
babies
fight
were
people for you
ugly.
all the time. Okay.
First off, she came over and she told us the babies were ugly. She said, "Y'all got ugly kids." And then she said, "Your house is dumb." And then she kicked me in the nuts. And she twisted my titty and told me, I run this now. And I was like, "I'm sorry, ma'am." And she said, "Your wife can't do nothing to keep you safe." So, Michelle, if you see that lady, you need to.
just know that's the type of energy she's bringing.
You.
She's bringing that type of energy. So you got to at least match it and probably go way over that.
Wait,
You got to
just start swinging right out the. Take your shirt off and run at her immediately.
look, any norms that you're used to with interact like that is we're on a different plane here. This lady is evil, okay? She's trying to get an HOA.
Bruh. She made a big long Facebook post about she's sorry if she angered some of the residents by going door to door. She didn't expect people to answer. Like it was a very specifically talking about the guy who wouldn't come back to the door. Like very clearly she was meaning one person specifically.
Did you ever like run for anything? Like in school, or would you ever try to be like class president? Or?
When I was in Boy Scouts, I was senior patrol leader, which is like the head, the top scout in the troop, in charge. Like you're the kid in charge in the troop. I ran for that a lot, and I won every time.
How'd you bribe people? Did you give out candy or?
Nah, I do drugs. Just lots and lots of drugs.
Yeah, that'll do it. I always like those. I always like you're in 6th grade and some 11-year-old gets up there and like, "I'm gonna put Kool-Aid in all the water fountains if I am elected." Like you could just say whatever. Like every recess we get 10 extra minutes, just our class, just us guys. We can do this.
We're gonna have 3 recesses a day, and the teachers can't say shit about us watching pro wrestling during PE. That's what I'm running on.
Dr. Pepper at lunch. All right, let's go. Like
we're changing the school mascot from a yellow jacket to the NWO.
Who's with me?
But no, I never ran for anything like that.
I don't think I did either.
You didn't?
But I did always enjoy like them teaching us politics, and then our politics just being, oh well, we just lie. I fucking get this. This is awesome. It's like the debate we just watched. Like, man, it was just really nice to have them calmly lie to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was just real. I appreciate you lying to me with a straight face and not being an asshole about it. You know?
I cannot, dude. Trump can just say whatever the fuck he wants, and people. It doesn't matter that there's no proof that $3.5 million went to Joe Biden from Russia, but Trump has said it enough during that debate now that everybody believes it
It's
happened.
a thing people are factoring in. Like, that's literally. I mean, that's his move. You know, it was last time. It was make everybody scared of emails, over and over and over again, and people just start going, yeah, the emails, and you go, yeah, what's that about? And then you go, I don't know. She just fucking, she got some. She got a fucking, she still has a Hotmail account. Can you fucking believe this? Like, fucking, I can't have her running the country with a goddamn AOL account. Like, this is.
My favorite part of all this
can't trust that at all.
Has been watching Don Jr. go on TV.
Yeah, he's the good son.
Talking about Hunter. And you know what? I'll tell you what, Hunter Biden likes to do drugs. He's corrupt as can be. Is what he does.
It's the most important point of this debate is what did Joe Biden's kid do? What had like of all the things that I'm worried about in the world right now, it's not the pandemic, it's not 2,000 people dying, it's not how are we going to get back to where I can go to do my career that I invested 10 years in again. How can I get that? Did Hunter Biden, did he make money one time?
I'll tell you what, I will look. I am not a Trump guy. I hate everything he stands for, but I have to say, after that debate, Donald Trump has convinced me that I will not be voting for Hunter Biden for president.
Absolutely, dude, for sure. Like he definitely swayed me on that, bro. Like before, I was definitely going to write in Hunter Biden, and now it's Kanye all the way for me, dude. Like that's just where I'm at. You know what I'm saying?
I saw Michael Keaton made a commercial where he talked about voting for Joe Biden. And I like the commercial so much that I'm just writing in Michael Keaton.
Celebrities are losing their mind right
fucking
now.
Batman.
I can't wait for this to be over, man. I can't. I'm so ready for this 10 days or however long we are away from it to like. I just need to know. I just need to know. Like, how do I need to attack the next 4 years? Can I breathe, or do I need to continue to have my guard up?
Do I need to cut everyone I ever met from my hometown out of my life forever? or am I good? They just had a Trump parade in Denham, like just the other day. They had a Trump parade, yeah.
Why were they not sure the people of Denham were going to vote for Trump? They didn't. They wanted to make sure they got them all riled up.
And then some of the really smart people were like, "Where's the Biden parade?" Like, well, you're in Denham Springs, Louisiana, so probably in their couch, keeping quiet so they don't get murdered.
I'm very curious about what all the early voting, like what that translates to, because they're like we set a record for like early voting right now, and it's all these.
Vote or die, motherfucker!
Dude, Diddy finally got through to people, bro. Like he just started killing people until it happened. Like
worked.
They say, I mean, like that's what Corona really is. It's Diddy murdering people that didn't register to vote. And he's up to 200,000 people. This man has to be stopped.
God damn, y'all need to get out there and vote.
Dude, you better. Jesus Christ. Can't have all these families losing. Yeah, man, I'm curious what that means. They always say that like more voting usually helps Democrats, which I think that's weird. I think that's weird. That's like when they do vote, they vote Democrat, but when people get lazy, it goes to Republicans.
I don't know. I'm not going to be shocked if Trump wins.
No, I think he's going to. I have not really let myself believe that Biden's going to win, even though like obviously he should.
Oh yeah.
But I can't be hit as hard with it as I was last time. Like last time just fucking rocked my world for days.
And dude, last time fucked me up, and I goddamn hate Hillary Clinton. And I was still like shocked, and I hate her way more now than I did then because she just won't stop shitting on Bernie Sanders in the middle of everything. I fucking hate her so much, dude. She seems like such a miserable shit person.
Yeah, she's so mad at Bernie. She doesn't blame. It's funny. She doesn't blame Russia. She doesn't blame Trump. She blames Bernie for her not being,
Hillary
or herself. Yeah,
Right.
she blames Bernie for her not being president. Like he didn't follow the rules. It was supposed to be my turn,
Right.
even though she lost 8 years before. Like you had your turn, you lost. You lost 8 years
Yeah.
before.
Yeah. And
Like,
again,
yeah,
you can't beat Trump with the most unlikable person in the entire party, and that's what they did in 2016. And this year, like, there is no other option but Joe Biden. But it is shit that our both of our options are rounding the corner of 80 and dementia. That's
yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I can't believe there's not a 55-year-old person out there that is like ready to be president,
Right?
that
There's
has
not
great
somebody who's
ideas.
not about to die that
Yeah.
could be president. But I tell you, man, they
All
posted
of our, by the way, all of our options have been that because even so, I mean, Bernie's ancient and Hillary's in her
Bernie's
70s.
42. Bernie is 42 years old.
Like they were all in that. Hillary was in like her
Yeah.
late 60s when she ran last time, but she would have been turning 70 while
Yep.
in office. Like, yeah, every option we've had for the last 4.5 years have been 70 plus.
Bill Clinton is younger now than Joe Biden is when he's running for president.
Man, Clinton
And
looks
Bill
like
Clinton was
shit.
president 30 years ago, and
Right.
he's younger than the guy running for president now. You know what? Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he
Clinton
looks
looks
like
like
shit. He's
shit.
married to Hillary Clinton and going through all of that shit that he has to go through as a Clinton.
Oh man.
Yeah, of course he looks like shit. And
I
Bill
mean,
Clinton's
he's
not a
got
good
he's got
person
to
either.
hide. He's got to hide all of her murders. That's tiring, right?
He's got to hide in the bedroom to eat a Big Mac. You know, that's one of the main things I heard about Hillary. She goddamn hates Big Macs. And every time Bill has one, she would beat their kid Chelsea in front of him. If he ate a Big Mac, she would grab Chelsea by the hair and beat her in front of him and the news cameras.
I mean,
And they just hit it all.
that's just a scoop.
Everybody knows that.
You
Yeah,
can't
everybody
get a
knows
scoop like that anywhere but Buckets of Duckets, people.
Yeah,
That
everybody knows that.
that's look, that's got the Buckets of
Everybody knows that.
Duckets journalistic stamp on it. All right, that happened. Took it to the bank.
One of the big things on Twitter this week, they post somebody posted a picture of Joe Biden and his son hugging, and Joe
Oh
Biden's
yeah, I
kissing him
saw
on the
that.
cheek. Bruh,
What'd the
it
tweet
made me
say?
so mad.
What'd the
It
tweet
made
say?
me so mad. Is this an appropriate father-son? Does this look like an appropriate father-son relationship? Which, first off, all that does is show everyone that your dad didn't love you. Like
Right.
that's all that
Oh,
is. Because especially during a global pandemic, who doesn't want to hug and kiss their dad? I would give anything in the world to be able to go hug and kiss my dad right now. And I will hug and kiss my kids until my last breath flies out of my body. And to pretend that it's not masculine to love your kids is some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in my life. And it doesn't make you look tough. It doesn't make you seem cool. It makes you seem cold and heartless that you wouldn't want to hug and kiss your son. They've lost a lot. That family's lost a lot. Look, I don't like Biden, but that family's lost a lot. And the fact that a father and son can have that kind of moment after everything they've been through together is beautiful. And the fact that people shit on it as being weird or inappropriate is just a sad sign of the kind of fathers from the generation before us that raise these people on the right now. Do you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like they are the way they are because their fathers raised them to see that. Like,
Like to
you
see
know, like,
love as being bad, as
yeah, that's not
being
the main,
something
but
that you
that's
don't
just
show.
one of the things that they instilled in them is like you can't hug your kid or kiss your kid. That's weird.
I mean, look, I've never once even seen my kid. Okay, so I ain't no puss over here. All right,
I've been 4 years and I have not hugged my kid once, and I'm not gonna fucking
good.
start now. But
No,
just some people do. All right, I'm not raising some pussy. I'm raising a warriors
that's
over
right.
here, the Watts Warrior Clan. All right, I'm not raising fucking. They're not gonna come out here and be liberals with fine arts degrees or whatever.
The arts are dead, bro. We're done with arts. Once they put Blade Runner on a pole, it was fucking over. Okay, that is as far as it goes with the arts.
Do you remember when we went? We did a show at Baton Rouge one time. You know exactly what I'm talking about, don't you?
Well, that also, but then I also had a vision of a Blade Runner on a pole match, and that just really kind of broke me a little bit of seeing Vampiro and Just Incredible going for Blade Runner on a pole match.
Good pulls. Good
Yeah.
pulls. All right, that's pretty funny. We did an open mic at Baton Rouge at Boudreaux and Thibodeau's one time, and before us, they had the spoken word
Oh, bro, it's the dirtiest show of all. You poetry people think that you're better than us. You're filthy. You're all filthy. You're filthy. You're perverted. You're gross.
That
I
dude,
don't want to hear anything about stand-up comedy
uh-uh.
not being up to some like intellectual arts
Nah,
shit.
dude.
Or fuck you. All right, fuck you.
Even if you snap your thumbs instead of clapping, if it's an 8-minute poem about getting fisted in a garden, it's still an 8-minute poem about getting fisted in a garden.
They all got fisted. I don't understand.
Everybody in every fucking poem. I don't know if it was a meeting of poets that have been fisted against their will, or like it was a sympathy, like a group meeting.
Every poem was about assholes. Like they were all about buttholes.
Single poem. Every poem was about a butthole. Yay! Though my butthole do simmer. I'll never forget, that was the open line.
And as the flower blooms, so does my butthole pucker. Like, whoa, dude. Jesus Christ.
Just as the dew sets upon the fauna, my asshole opens up to greet you. That was a weird night. The guy that ran that bar, I used to do a show there, and the guy that ran that bar was like in his late 30s, and he still had the Justin Bieber like long hair hanging over his face, and he kept doing this when he was talking to me.
He kept flipping it out of his hair,
and I had to ask him for money, and he's doing that while I'm like humbling myself, asking him for money, and oh god, it hurt my heart every time he'd shake his stupid fucking Bieber hair out of his face. Just give me the money.
Dude, it's part of his negotiation tactics, man. If he keeps flipping his hair over and over again, you're gonna get bored and leave at some point.
Yeah, I would have left.
You're gonna have enough.
Yeah, I for sure would have left. How long have we been?
About an hour, 55. I got one thing I got to take out because you got all fucking loosey goosey in the middle of the.
Yeah, man. You don't have to say this, but Chase has saved my entire career from being canceled. Like every episode of this show,
there's a lot.
There's so much. Like every episode is about 3 hours, but he cuts out all the anti-Semitism and stuff that I say, dude, and it's like an hour.
Dude, when you hit it big, I have a hard drive that is gonna rock your fucking world,
dude,
bro. I'm blackmailing the shit out of you, dude. There ain't no way.
People are gonna wish I was just jerking off in front of them.
Oh, please. Who's that dude? That was the thing this week too. Some news guy was jerking off on Zoom. Michael Tobin, right? Tobin?
Jeffrey
Tubin?
Whatever.
He Mitchell
was Tubin. He was Tubin. He was Tubin is Toblin, right?
Right? I mean, come on.
Yeah, he's like New York Times.
I don't even know his name, bro. I know somebody in the world was jerking off on Zoom. That's what I know, and Twitter was up in arms about it. That's what I know what's going on. He's
cranking away on his wiener on.
I know it was a big problem, and comedians solved it. That's what I know that happened this week.
Like always. Yeah, I read about it. He issued a heartfelt apology. They're doing an internal investigation, and so far I found no wrongdoing.
He's been suspended with pay. Yeah.
So comedy's opening back up in Lafayette, and
like outdoor stuff though, right?
Yeah, at the Worst Beer Garden, where they at the outdoor place. It's an awesome place. They were gonna do a show there last night. I don't know. I was gonna maybe do it. I thought about it. It was an outdoor show. Like I really want to. I cannot let 2020 be a year I don't do it at all. I have to at least have a good set
that's
in
insane.
2020.
That's
I can't
crazy,
live
dude.
like that. But I'm
dude,
still
if all else fails, just go out somewhere and make a stranger laugh. That counts. That counts as a performance. We've already set the bar.
In the line in Target, I'm just gonna pull this microphone out. It won't be plugged into anything or anything, but I'm gonna take it out of my pocket and I'm just gonna start doing bits. Hey, what do you do for a living over there, huh? What was that? Oh man, now I got distracted. I'm sad about. Oh, so I was gonna do the show, and then I was like, maybe I'll do it. So I messaged the guy who runs the shows out there and was like, hey, could you get me on if I come out? And he was like, oh no, I already booked up. Sorry, because I was asking to go on a show, which happens. It's understandable. So I replied, don't ever message me to do anything ever again.
We're done.
we're done forever. And then he messaged me like today. It was like, hey, everybody dropped out of that show. Do you want to come do it? And I can't.
Nah.
I couldn't. Yeah, that's what I should have. Nah.
Nah, I don't want to do it no more.
For that little.
I wanted to do it, but then somebody told me that they didn't want me
Somebody
to
killed
do it.
my love for comedy.
So,
but
it's just another
that
comedian
little-
fallen, just another forgotten.
Just that little window of maybe I'm going to do comedy. I was so happy for just that little bit of time. And then, just like everything, it was just ripped away from me. I've started watching morning TV shows. Like we have AT&T TV now, so I've actually started watching like TV again. The kids like to watch Disney in the morning, and it's just at least if it's on TV, it's not the same 4 YouTube videos over and over. So I just put it on. But whenever they're not looking or they get distracted, I'll flip it over. And I have Drew Barrymore has a morning like a talk show.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen it?
No.
Or any of it? Or...
Your girl Kelly Clarkson has one too.
Oh, we're gonna get to that. Hold on.
Okay.
Don't worry, we're gonna get to that.
Of course.
This is all leading up to Miss Clarkson. I'm building to it right now. And I watched the Drew Barrymore show, and I love Drew Barrymore. She seems like a really nice person, but she is not meant to have a TV show. I just really just not weird, just weird and not very good, not very interesting, kind of boring. And then I saw,
man, you just buried her. Over. I don't know how she's ever going to recover from that scathing review you just gave. The show is dumb. It's just a dumb, bad show. It's a bad, dumb, stupid Drew Barrymore show. So
I don't like it.
It's just dumb.
And I hate it.
It's bad.
It's dumb. It's just bad. That show,
gross
bad.
And stupid. Ignorant. Honestly, it's ignorant.
When you watch it,
arrogant.
It looks like it smells. It looks like it smells.
Arrogant. It carries itself like a good show. But it's bad.
That's the worst part, is that it carries itself like a good show, knowing it can't deliver on the promises, and then doesn't give a fuck. That's what it is. And then I flip the channels over, and this beautiful ray of sunshine, Kelly Clarkson has her daytime talk show, and unironically, I was just hooked. And
because it's good, because it's great. It's just it's perfect.
It's just not bad.
It's beautiful.
It's fun.
It's exciting and
smart
and riveting. It's riveting. Honestly, it's.
I love Kelly Clarkson. I would abandon my children to run away with Kelly Clarkson probably tomorrow if she asked. Again, she's asked a couple times, but if she asked again and I knew she meant it,
you can't miss it. You can't miss it on the next time, dude.
And I was watching her show, and I was, this is fucking great. And I was thinking about, I'm gonna make a great. I'm gonna make a great.
This is fucking amazing. I mean,
this is fucking great. And I went to make a tweet about how fucking great I think the Kelly Clarkson morning show is.
Yeah, like you do.
And I found out that on Twitter, a lot of people on Twitter make fun of her weight and like talk shit about her weight.
Monsters.
Even though she's had some kids.
Monsters.
And bruh, before I even realized it, I'm responding to almost every post by somebody whose name is like James and 47 numbers and they have 2 followers. I'm like, you know what? Miss Clarkson has had 3 kids, all right? How about
I'd like to show her a little respect, huh?
My whole day was ruined because I found out Twitter thinks Kelly Clarkson is overweight. And I can't stop thinking about I left Twitter.
I was wondering what happened to you, man.
Nah, dude, y'all not going to bash Miss Independent like that in front of me.
I was looking for your next review of 90 Day Fiancé, and it wasn't there. I couldn't find it. I didn't know.
I'll tell you, though, that show is one of the greatest things that's ever been.
It's good. It's good. It's good show.
It's not dumb. It's smart.
It's the only way we review shows.
So we were walking the kids. Michelle and I were walking with the kids today, and we saw somebody was getting rid of some stuff, and they were bringing it out of their garage, like cleaning out the garage. And I took their patio chairs. They were like putting it out for the trash, so we took their patio chairs, and they had this big fancy bookshelf that would have been perfect for my action figures. They're moving, so they were just leaving stuff. And I went down, got the Pilot. I drive a Honda Pilot. I opened the back up. I put it in there. It was too long to close. So I was like, no big deal. We were literally like 5 houses up from my house. So I was like, it's no big deal. I'll just turn around the driveway and drive back. And I did. And I made it. I was driving so slow and careful. And because I didn't want to fuck this bookshelf up, because I'm thinking like it'll be perfect for my Superman, or for like, so I can get something on this.
I get it.
And then I'm driving. In my head, I've got all these ideas. I'm like, I could even, oh man, I'm so excited about this fucking bookshelf. And then I forget that our driveway is like this. And so when I start to
explain it for the people listening.
Oh, sorry, I forget people are listening. Our driveway is very one of the main pluses in my house is our neighborhood floods, but my house specifically doesn't, because it's for whatever reason it's on a really high hill in the neighborhood. Like my driveway is very slanted. I used to unload my groceries out of the car in a wagon, and if I didn't turn the wheels, the wagon would roll straight down the driveway and across the street and shoot all my groceries into the lady across the street's yard. It happened more than once.
And the HOA would have to come talk to you because you can't be spilling groceries on other people's yards.
Yep, they got to leave without fear, man. You can't be spilling mayonnaise in somebody's yard. And so I pulled into our driveway, and I'm going so slow that the driveway, like the car kind of stops going up the driveway because I wasn't going. So I hit the gas, and when I did, the car went up the driveway to the garage, and the bookshelf stayed in the street. Slid out of the back, and when it hit the street, it just shattered. I mean, like, it exploded.
It's made of glass, right?
And there was glass shelves, and I was pissed because I was really excited about this bookshelf. So then pulled the car up, parked it, and then I was pissed off. So I'm picking up the pieces of the broken bookshelf and slammed it on the ground for the trash man to come get it. So I'm fucking furious. So I'm putting it out on the corner of the trashes, throwing it down and kicking it. And I turn and look, and like 5 houses up is the lady who just gave me that bookshelf in her driveway. Probably didn't see it fall out of my car.
So watching you smash it.
She thinks this weird motherfucker came down here and took this family heirloom from her and walked 4 houses down and just smashed it. Because I'm like, you motherfucker! And like stomping on it in the street.
Some people just want to see the world burn, man.
And I turn and look, and I literally see her looking at me, and I went, thank you.
It felt good to get the aggression out. Appreciate that.
Fuck this bookcase, though. But
once a week, I just go to garage sales and buy bookcases to tear up in my driveway.
It was an extra funny part of this was when Michelle came down, she's like, hey, these people are moving a couple of houses up and they're moving all their stuff out. We should go get whatever they have, the couple of things they have out there, and look at it. And I said, sure. So we walked up there, and as we started going up, I realized what house it was. And it's somebody who I have yelled at several times for not stopping at the stop sign.
Yeah, that's going to be a problem for you, man.
Oh, like I've stood in the street and watched this girl park her car and get out. And then I went, hey, this is a stop sign. And then she said,
nuh-uh, kept going.
I'm not proud of this, because she goes, fuck you. And I said, no, fuck you.
Good comeback.
Yeah, dude, I roasted her ass, dude. But turns out that's like the teenager, and the mom was the one out there. But on the way up, I had to quickly inform Michelle, hey, I've yelled at this lady like 7 or 8 times already, so she might not let us dive in her dumpster right now, because I'm pretty sure I've called her all kinds of names, and she's not going to be thrilled that so just be prepared if she might start throwing stuff at us when we get there. But it wasn't. It was her mom. But now her mom thinks that I just took a bookcase and walked down my street and smashed it in the road.
Hey, man. You gotta get it out, man. You can't let that demon stay in you.
You have to, like, every once in a while, to be a 40-year-old man and to walk around with a haircut like this, you have to every once in a while remind people why you have this haircut. You know what I mean?
You're constantly earning the mohawk.
Dude, because after I smashed the bookcase onto the ground, I knelt down onto it and I just started punching into the glass and licking it with my fingers while she was watching. Just licking, because I wanted her to know I earned this. I earned this mohawk, and fuck your bookcase, lady. I'm so mad about that bookcase, dude. I wanted it so bad. It would have been perfect. It was the same wood color as the table I bought from an 8-year-old last week. It would have worked out fucking beautiful in here.
All right,
But
man.
yet again, the universe is fucking me.
All right, man. Let's end this. Thank you guys for watching. Bucketsofduckets.com.
Tell a friend.
And then tell them to tell a friend.
And tell them to tell a friend, and then tell that friend to make. And it's like a cycle. You just
and then
tell
we
them to
can
keep it
be
going.
friends, and we can maybe do this every weekend.
Yep, and they can listen to us every week.
That's what Puffy said. All right.
Vote or die, motherfuckers. All right, I'm pressing stop record.